this Summerween challenge. It was a dark and stormy night, and you were living in northern Italy. So it's not October, it's not a dark and stormy night, but it's stormy. If you're living here, you will feel a little bit of the atmosphere of Halloween since July. So it's the 25th of July, and here in the beautiful city of Turin in the northwest of Italy, it's almost fall because it's raining. There's like 20 degrees Celsius outside. I am tired of this weather because I want it to be summer, but it's not like this. So, inspired by this weather, I decided to do a week of late Summerween. I know that the official Summerween, if you are following, for example, This is Summerween on Instagram, has finished. But in the week of the official Summerween, I had to do a lot of work. So I postponed it, and now I decided to do this before leaving for my first vacation. And I am doing it like a little bit of freestyle. I'm not following all the guidelines and all the prompts, but I'm determined to read thrillers, horrors, and so on in this week, and to do a little bit of activities related to this kind of Summerween atmosphere. So if you want to follow me through this journey, and if you live in Turin, you have all my solidarity, because yes, here summer doesn't last a lot. It's about 1 month and a half of summer. The other days it's like autumn or winter or spring, but not summer. And I know that a lot of the people of my city are very happy because it's not so hot. But if you like me, so my ancestors are from south of Italy, you like sunny weather, you like hot weather, and I would like it to last. So I'm praying that this rain will stop very soon and that the temperature will rise again. So let's start our week of late Summerween, and I think that the first part of the video will be the arranging of the Summerween, the TBR, and so on. About the TBR, I have, maybe I will show you after, finally I have my rack of TBR. I love it. I've seen in a lot of other videos from other booktubers, and finally we went to IKEA and we bought this, and now I can have all my books to read here near to my my chair. Okay, I don't remember how. Armchair. Okay, so at first I've finished today this first book that can be in this list of books for Summerween, which is this. In Italian is L'antro delle streghe by Silver Ravenwolf. In English the title was Witch's Night Out, and was a series of books of, I think, of the 90s, or maybe, yes, 2001, so the beginning of the 2000, and I've never read this series of books. One of my friends kindly gifted me this one, so the first, and I finished to read it today. So it's a thriller, and the series is called Witches Thrillers, and is about a coven. Of course, if you don't know, Silver Ravenwolf is a Wicca, and she's written a lot of Wicca books and some novels, and this is one of them. So it's about Bethany and her coven, her group of friends, and a mystery about the death of Joe, which was Bethany's boyfriend, and everything starts from this. So Bethany is convinced that Joe didn't die in an accident but has been murdered. So they use magic, they use their power, but of course there's a lot of drama, because it's not a middle grade, but not young adults, so high school book, I can say. And yes, it was pleasant to read. It's very light reading if you want something for the Summerween, and I finished to read it. I think my evaluation for this is 3 stars, because of course it's not the biggest novel I've ever read, the most important novel I've ever read, but it was entertaining and it was a little bit spooky, but you can read it. If you don't like horror, you can read it without doubt. It's not so scary as maybe you can imagine. So this is the first book for my Summerween week. Then I decided at first to make my TBR made by these 3 books. The first 2 I have like physical books, and the other one I have on my Kindle. So the first is The List by Emilia Bachmann. This is, and I think that in English the title is the same, which follows a group of friends, and every friend in here has a secret. So it's a thriller about knowing your friends, about knowing what they are hiding from you, and of course with a little bit of scary things. It's more thriller than horror, so I can say that it's something not so scary but complicated, maybe enough. And also I have The Silent Sister. Again, I think that the title in English is the same, and it follows Grace and Maddie, which are 2 sisters, and they go to a trip, and only one of them comes back. Okay. And the other one, of course, it's not so clear in her mind, so she has been found in a confusional state and she doesn't remember everything, so she wants to know what happened to her sister, why she didn't come back, and of course why she has disappeared. So it's another thriller, The Silent Sister by Megan Davidzinar. Oh, I hope I am pronouncing it right, but this is. Sorry if I don't have the capacity to pronounce it well. And then on my Kindle I have a classic book of summer, and of course a book of summer and a book about horror and so on, which is The Body by Stephen King, which is novella, I can say, and is the novella from which has been realized the movie Stand By Me. So I have these 3 books for the moment, and I hope maybe to be able to add something more in this week. I would like to read more in this week because I didn't have a lot of time before now to read. Mostly I am reading before sleep, and so half an hour a day is not very much. But I hope to dedicate more time to read this week, to finish these books and maybe add something else. But also, I maybe will try to do things a little bit spooky in this Summerween week, and I will bring you along with me. Few hours have passed, and as you can see, I managed to read a little bit of The Body by Stephen King. I also managed to sort my hair, and I added another thing. So while, for example, I am applying my makeup, I am doing some house chores, I listen to audiobooks, and I'm listening to Carmilla in Italian, of course, and I have to say it's really well done. So has a lot of ambient sounds, and it's really intriguing since the beginning. So also Carmilla, it's, I can say, themed book, and so can be used for this Summerween challenge. And tonight I am going out with a friend, so I won't be able to read in the dark or read at night, I think, apart from my bed. But you have to know that our bed is not a floor bed, but it's over a ladder. I don't know how it's called in English. So I can't bring the camera with me, so I can't record myself reading on my bed. But I think that, of course, I will be able to record myself in these days reading in the dark in another location here in our home. And so, yes, it's just the beginning, so I'm really excited. And for tomorrow I have something really exciting. So one of our libraries, because in our city we have, I think, at least 6 libraries, they are doing initiative called, in English, Adopt a Book. So they are adding some titles to their catalog, and some titles are going out of the catalog. So they are giving to their readers like me the opportunity to bring at home books that are not in their catalog anymore. And sometimes you can find real treasures, because maybe they are first editions, or maybe they are vintage editions that I like a lot. So I'm going tomorrow morning to see what books are there, and I'm really excited for that. Also, I have to take home a book that I have reserved, so also will be that. But tomorrow morning also will be a bookish morning, so yes.
The next morning.
Morning, friends. I am leaving. I am going, there's someone here. I am going to the library for the events of this morning, and I hope I will find some interesting books. And also I have to get one of the books that I reserved previously that maybe will be themed with Summerween. So let's go. As I said before, so I'm back from the library, as you've seen from a little footage that I had the opportunity to record. Now we are ready to see what I got. So we have two books. One was an adoption, so a book that a library was discarding because sometimes here libraries decided to renovate their catalog, and so they discard some books. And the other one is a book from library from their catalog, but it's pertinent to the theme of Summerween because it's a thriller. So at first we have Lizard, I can say. I don't know if that was the original title. Of course, the original title was in Japanese because the author is Japanese, so I'm not pronouncing it, but in Italian is Lizard, so Lucertola, by Banana Yoshimoto. So is a book of short stories about recovering from things, about growing up, about mending, about grief and a lot of other things. So I decided to adopt this book. And this was the one that I reserved. So I think that all around the world is a possibility. If a book is not in your near library, local library, you can reserve it, and they are keeping and bringing it from another library to yours. So this was the case, is The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp, and it's a thriller. So maybe I will add it to my Summerween week. The progresses that I've made are the subsequent. So this morning I read a little bit of The Body. I'm liking it a lot. I love Stephen King, and I started to love him since I was young, so I think in middle grade. And this book is, of course, a little bit different because it's a book about kids, but I'm liking it a lot for the writing, the language. Of course, I know the story, so I know what to expect, but I am enjoying it a lot, and I'm about not halfway, but 1/3 of the book is what I read until now. And while I was preparing, doing my makeup, I was listening to Carmilla, and I'm liking it a lot. And the audiobook is a piece of entertainment and is really well done and well created. So it's another thing that I am enjoying. And I think that maybe today I will make some progress on both of these books, and I think that by tomorrow one of the two will be finished. So we're making progress, but today will be it's Saturday, so we're taking time to do things we enjoy, like doing some strolls, going to shops that we don't have time to visit during the week because we have both these demanding jobs. So will be a very beautiful day. So it's Monday night, and I am here to give a little bit of an update to the Summerween. So yesterday I've only recorded me reading before bed, and I was reading The Body. Today I recorded myself reading in different locations the same book that I finished, and I liked it. Of course, I can't understand. They are in a strange position. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed The Body, which, remember, is the book from which they created the movie Stand By Me. And so it wasn't so scary, of course, because the core of the book, I think, was mostly friendship and growing up. So it's a coming of age novella, because it's not so long. And what I appreciated a lot was the point of view of the narrator. So I think it's an alter ego of Stephen King, because has a lot of things in common with him. So I think it's something that he wrote thinking about his childhood. And it's not so scary, but if you are recommending it to a young person, beware of the language. I don't know if in English some words have been changed in recent reprinting, but in Italian, no. There are some curses and there are some words about, I can say, people of color. Okay, so I think that I decided to use these words for two reasons. The first was because the novel takes place in the early 60s, in which some terms were used. For example, I found these words in The Help, because the contents of the contextualization of the novel required that, and I think that for The Body is the same, but also because it's a novel written very early in the 1980s, and so a lot of things were different. I don't know if in English these words are still there or not, but beware of that. They could be a little bit offensive, okay, and not so pleasant for very young people. So if you're an adult, you can read this novel with a different point of view. But yeah, I've enjoyed it, and it was funny, it was a little bit scary, and I cried in some passages, because yes, it's a profound elegy of friendship and of what changes when you're growing up, and how friendship changes when you're a grown-up person. And I have 1 hour left for Carmilla. I'm enjoying it a lot too. So I think that by tomorrow I will finish that audiobook, which, as I said previously, is a work of art. So it's in Italian, but is really, really well created. And I have to choose my next book for this evening. I don't know what I'm going to choose. Between The Girls I've Been, The List, The Silent Sister, and the one that I bought the other day. So it was Rouge. Well, maybe I will get inspired before bed, and I will let you know tomorrow. But this is the update for this Monday. So we're 1 novel down, and the other one is coming. And so it's a good rhythm, because you have to understand that differently. For example, from other booktubers, I have a lot of other things to do apart from reading. So my job is demanding, my family, and all the things that I have to do. I have different jobs, so I have to do everything at the same time, and I can read in spare time. So I'm doing my best. But this is, and I'm liking it a lot. So I wanted to share an update. I'm here on the floor. About the list. So I started to read it and I abandoned it after about 10 pages. I can't. I was thinking when I bought it that the author was an English-speaking author, so from US, from Canada, from UK, and so on. No, it's an Italian writer with a nickname, and I can't read it. You know, and now I will find another book. So it's going away from the list of my Summerween, and I think that by tomorrow morning will be on my Vinted profile, so will be listed out there if someone wants to buy it. And the beautiful thing about, I think, these long challenges is that you can change. And so if something is not working, you can change it and you can go on. So I am not wasting my time to read something that I don't like and that it's not my cup of tea. So this is my thought before going to bed. And now I'm choosing another book that I will show you what I found. Good evening. It's Tuesday night, and I wanted just to update my progress about this challenge. I want to just adjust. Okay, so I finished today Carmilla, and I have to say that I enjoyed it a lot. As I said previously, this audiobook was a work of art, so it was really, really well done and with a lot of voices. So it was like listening to that radio drama. It's been a very good experience to listen to it, and I think maybe more enjoyable than reading, or maybe the same. So if you liked Dracula, I can of course say to you to read or listen to Carmilla, because it's a classic vampire story, yes, I enjoyed it a lot, and I am continue to read the book that I showed you last night. As I said, I had to abandon this, so the list. Okay, it's not written by an English-speaking person, but it's an Italian under a nickname, and I have to say that you can say that it's an Italian person writing this, with a lot of things that I don't like in a book, like using some expressions, using English words like in every sentence without a reason, and so I didn't like it at all. And I have to say, I read the first chapter, and it was sufficient to me to say that I didn't like. I I started to read another book, and yes, I read about 20 pages, and so it's entertaining until now. So it's Live Your Best Life, and yes, it's intriguing. So the plot is intriguing, and I'm enjoying it. So I think will be promising differently from the list. And so this is the update for today. I've worked a lot. I've done a lot of things around the city because I have to prepare also for my first holiday. And so I have to do some things not related to Summerween, but I am trying to bring the atmosphere of Summerween into my daily chores. So here and there I have something that I enjoy. So I have also to look for another audiobook to listen and to enjoy in the Summerween week, and I will browse, and maybe I will say to you after what I've decided to start. So it's Wednesday night, and I'm here to update a little bit what is going on in this Summerween challenge. I'm continuing to read, as you've seen, Live Your Best Life. I'm about 1/3 into the book, and yes, I'm liking it. It's a good read for this period of time, and it's not so scary. It's more a thriller than a horror. And in the meantime, I'm listening to another audiobook. It's a novella by Fritz Leiber. I hope I'm pronouncing it Leiber. It's right, and is The Terror from the Depths. So, and this writer was mostly known for sci-fi, but he was merging, I think, sci-fi with horror. And what I'm listening to is this kind of novella. It's really intriguing. Of course, it's in Italian, and of course, it's well done because the studios that produced the Carmilla audiobook is the same that produced this one. So there are different voices, there's the atmosphere, so it's really well created, and it's about a classic, I think, a classic plot. So a writer leaves a manuscript about something that he lived when he was younger. And it starts with some nightmares of the writer when he was very young, and continues with some strange thing that happens in the place where he lived when he was younger with his parents. So there's a tunnel in which there are some creatures. There's a society interested into these paranormal activities, and the funny thing is that the author mentions Lovecraft, and the fact that the people of this society know Lovecraft and cooperate with him. So it's like a crossover episode, and I'm liking it a lot, so I'm enjoying to listen to this audiobook. And this is it. As you know, I have a lot of work to do, so I don't have a lot of time to do other things. Maybe tomorrow I will be more able to do something related to Summerween. But even if I'm only reading books related to Summerween, it's a good challenge. So I'm really enjoying this time to concentrate a little bit on books, because I've neglected for a long time, my reading this year has been a very rough beginning of year, and we're in July, so you can understand that there's something that I have to get back on track, and is my reading. So this is the update for today. Hello and good evening. So today is Thursday night and my challenge is almost finished because tomorrow will be Friday. It's like that song.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
But I have some updates for you. I finished my audiobook and yes, I liked it, not as much as Carmilla, because the end was a little bit disappointing. So there was something that could have been better, but I finished it because today I had to clean my home, so vacuum and everything, and so I had the opportunity to listen to this. Of course, this is my real hair. As you can see, it's not really fancy. When I wash my hair, I just dry a little bit with the hair dryer, because after I will be applying my rollers. So my hair is long, as you can see, but when you're using the rollers, goes really shorter. And so I finished the audiobook. I am continuing to read Live Your Best Life. I am at about halfway through it. I don't think that tomorrow will be the day in which I am finishing it, but it's fine. And today also I got a new book. This is from Ernesto De Martino, and I can translate it like South and Magic. So I'm really passionate about folk magic. My parents are from southern Italy. You have to know, if you've never been to Italy, that a big part of people born here in the north of Italy are born from South people, because in the 1950s and 1960s a lot of people were migrating from the south to the north, and so we are a very big portion of the northern Italy. But I really like to study more and more the southern traditions about magic, about folk magic, about folk religion, because you have to know also that parallel to the official Catholicism, that is one of the biggest religions here in Italy, there were and there are nowadays a lot of other denominations that are not official, but they have the influences from traditions, from folklore, and from magic, from paganism, and they are very rich. And so I want to study and I want to know better about these traditions, and Ernesto De Martino has been anthropologist who studied a lot one portion of the south of Italy, and one of the regions that he studies is Basilicata, which is the region of my mother's and of my ancestors. My father is from Apulia, so really near, but I know really well Basilicata because I spent a lot of time and most of my childhood and teen years on holidays down there, so I want to study more these traditions. And so I decided to buy this book, which was available in one of our bookshops here. And I think I'm going to bring this with me on holiday. It's not a summer reading in the strict term, but it's something that I would like to read while I'm on holiday because I have more time to read it. And yes, I'm going to study this because for my university I'm studying anatomy, but the first part of anatomy is anthropology. So I am getting really deep into anthropology studies, and so I had the will to know better about this. So I think that tomorrow I will give you some updates, and my Summerween challenge will be at an end. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm hoping to do it next year, maybe in the right week. But for me, July is a very hectic month because I have to do a lot of things before going on holiday. But this is it. It's been a really beautiful day. I've done a lot of things. As you've seen, I've done some chores around the city. I've cleaned my home. I've studied. So I'm really satisfied with today. And now we're having our dinner, and then I will use my rollers to roll and to curl my hair. Hey, hello, and it's Friday. So we are here to celebrate the end of this challenge, of this late Summerween week. I'm here just to close this experience. Has been really enjoyable, and I can say, of course, fun and interesting, because I had the opportunity to read a lot, to discover new authors, and to enjoy a little bit more the time I am spending reading, because I had to stop to read very much in this period of time because of all my things to do. But so I didn't finish Live Your Best Lie. I think that I'm finishing this week. Yesterday I read about other 50 pages, so I'm at a good point. And I started a new audiobook, which is in Italian, by an Italian author, so the title is in Italian, but I can translate it for you, is A Witch Like Me, and it's a middle grade book. So I wanted something a little bit lighter to listen to, and yes, really enjoyable. Is the story of a young girl who discovers that her grandma was a witch, and she reads her diary in which she discovers that she went to a witch school. She learned a lot of things, and so is a good audiobook. And I think also I am finishing in these days because it's not very long. And so the aftermath of this experience is positive, and I hope next year to be able to do the real Summerween week. But yes, even a late Summerween week is better than none. So I really want to thank you for joining me in this path and in this week. I thank you for watching this video, and see you really soon. Bye!